a celebratory mood here, and you probably don't want to stop to listen to speeches, but we were just working out, and both Bruce and I were trying to make sure that Russ didn't speak too long today. That's why we were taking a few extra moments. But I'm happy to be here in this beautiful facility that many of us who've lived here any length of time remember as part of the retail complex that is commonly known here as Rolling Acres. And for most of you who are not as old as I am and don't remember, I was not mayor forever. I was a councilman when they first started this project, and I remember talking about this issue of the retail. And for those of you old enough to remember, when they built this complex, there was nothing in Montrose except an ice cream stand and a riding stable. There was nothing in Wadsworth. There was nothing called the Strip in North Canton. And the mall that was there in North Canton was relatively small. And if you think about what's happened in the retail industry around this, I don't want to call it a plot because it's just what happens in the private marketplace, but a whole lot of folks built a heck of a lot of retail. And it's really why that this complex has not survived in the way that the original developers, who in and of themselves with their experience were pretty smart folks, just think strategically. And I try to tell them that I thought this area, being an industrial complex, would make a lot more sense for the city in the long term. Over my objections as a 24-year-old kid who they told me knew nothing, this whole area has developed in a little different way than they imagined. But in many instances, it is exactly, and as I look around the room and realize that many of you are working here in jobs that do things outside of the community and bring money back in, you're doing the exact sort of thing that even as a 24-year-old I knew was a wise thing to do for this area of town, and we're hoping to do more of that. So I want to personally thank Bruce, Finn, Dale Tanner is the Chief Operating Officer, but all of you who have been a part of making this commitment, because really in a way there's probably a quote about the difference between a visionary and a fool, but you had to be a little bit of a visionary to see this area developing in the way that many of us have, to be able to make an investment here that, as you can see, is a substantial one, to recreate this big box into something that now is housing a number of employees that will continue to work and do things here that provide for families, and in case you don't know my side, pay taxes, help support the services that we all need. And so it's a wonderful opportunity for me to mostly say thank you on behalf of the community for your commitment to this area, to Akron. And I know we worked with you before, and we always thought that maybe you were a little slower at this than what we would like, but we understood the circumstances, and I think hopefully you and all of the staff here at ActionLink understand that we worked with you to try to make this successful. So let me not try to give the written speech that was prepared to talk to you about what is going on here. Let me talk to the person. Let me ask the person to come up and tell you a little bit what goes on in this building. And I'm going to introduce Bruce Finn, the CEO and President of ActionLink today. And once again, thank you for your commitment. Bruce, come on.
I'm really humbled by having the mayor and Russ Pryor here, and all of you. And actually, I never thought this would ever happen. So if I seem a little weird, it's because I am. And most visionaries are, I think. Okay. But actually, there's some nerves inside of me. It's because I leave for Uganda tomorrow, and I'm going to be in Uganda and Rwanda and a lot of third world countries over the next 17 days. And very excited about our new businesses, which is going to incorporate a lot of work with the federal government. I'm a former Marine and a disabled American veteran, and have that status with our new company. And we have had an opportunity to meet with a lot of people in Homeland Security and the Department of Defense, and we've acquired some incredible talent to join our organization who have a tremendous amount of experience with training and supporting tactically and literally physically American companies that go overseas to try to build their businesses across the waters, and they need training and they need support. They need tactical vehicles and things that will allow them to be safe. But I'm a kid that grew up in Akron, near Brookdale High School. I graduated from Brookdale in 1964, so I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of old. And I joined the Marine Corps in 1966, spent a year in Vietnam. I was there during the Major Tet Offensive in 1968, early 1968. I came home disabled and have been, but God's been a blessing for me that I've been able to do all the things I've been able to do. And I went on to the University of Akron and got my degree and ran off to California to seek the world. But found my way back home to Akron, and while I was in California, I entered the consumer electronics industry as a retail salesperson, and fell in love with the industry of audio and video and all the cool things and gadgets. Back in those days, a gadget was probably something like a CD player or an 8-track player. Today it's a lot different. But I moved home in 1975 and formed a very small manufacturer's rep company to represent a number of different manufacturers in the consumer electronics space, and kept that company, and it's still alive today, and it's now 37 years later. But realized that selling in products wasn't everything, because consumers needed to know how the products worked, why they worked, what products to put together. So with understanding that perspective, I started a company called ActionLink with 12 people in 1995. And today we employ over 3,000 people. We have about 120 people now working out of our headquarters. And it's been wonderful and fun. And Del Tanner, who's joined our company about almost 5 years ago from Phoenix, Arizona, a third-generation Arizonan, came here on a whim and said he'd never moved to Akron, and now he's here with his wife and 3 daughters, and we've had a number of people move to Akron. More recently, Peter Hecht, who's coming over from New Jersey, who was a leader for one of the largest interactive display companies in the U.S. and joined our company, and other great people, and I can name names and continue to name names, but one name I'm not going to forget is my wife, Debbie, who has been my inspiration, and I would be nobody or nothing without her, because she's the one that gets me motivated every morning, and she's the love of my life. And most everybody tells me that I'm the luckiest guy on the face of the planet. We are blessed to have this building look like it does, and the environment that we have, and it's all been because of all the great people that have come here and decided to make this their home. The inspiration that we see every day in this building is amazing, and the willingness to go out of their way to do work that's not necessarily asked of them. And we see people here as early as 6 o'clock in the morning and as late as 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I don't know how you pay for that. You know, we live in a world today where we get confused about, you know, what are we responsible for? Are we responsible to have things laid in our lap so that we can spend 2 years in unemployment lines? I don't think so. And I think one of the challenges we have as people, as leaders, as, you know, workers in an environment, you know, America's given us an opportunity, and if you take advantage of it and you work every day and think about how to improve yourself and how to remain humble and help others, I think good things will come to you. And as you can see, I'm very blessed to have great people, great surroundings, a great mayor. By the way, Mr. Plusquellic had a lot to do with me being here. He was incredibly helpful to our company, to me, gave me guidance, told me what he could do and what he couldn't do. He was forthright. And today's politicians, when you get one that's forthright, it's pretty good, isn't it, Don?
Not always.
And I could go on, but I think enough is enough. And I just want to say thank you for everybody that's come here and the people that have come from out of town. It's wonderful of you. Blessing. Thank you so much. And there's some food and some other stuff. Please roam around or get to see more parts of the building. Our gymnasium, our theater room, our training room, our video game room, our break room, and over at the warehouse. Go visit. There's a bunch of people over there who will welcome you. Thank you. Oh, Russ Pryor. Forgot about Russ. Russ, sorry. Well, Don said talk long enough that he doesn't get a chance. Russ Pryor.
See, Don, you're not the only one who treats me that way. Bruce, well, congratulations. It really is good to be here today. And Mayor, what is an 8-track player? I think
I'll explain it to you.
It's always good. And as you can see, the mayor and I have a great working relationship between the city and the county, and we come out, and he'll usually say, now, what did the county put in here? And I have to say today, we didn't put anything into this facility today. But I'm here to say thank you, because I recognize, and I know Don does as well, you could be located anywhere in the world. You don't have to be here in Akron, Ohio, and you look around and see this great facility, and I look around and see a lot of people who have jobs here that otherwise would not, and it is just a phenomenal facility, and I'm waiting to take the tour when we get done here, because it's really when we're out looking about it, the mayor and I both know, it's about the jobs. It's about giving people hope and opportunity. And Bruce, that's what you guys have done here at ActionLink. And it's another great day for our community. Now, we have some representatives here from Congresswoman Sutton's office. We have Ben Schaefer. Ben, do you want to come up? And I think we have Sarah Lowry also from Senator Brown's office, who has you have a letter? A letter? Sarah, you want to come on up? Ben, you have? Come on up. These are people from the federal government who are also here to, and I guess, is that a good thing when it's the federal government, we're here to help? Go ahead.
Well, I just want to say, first of all, seeing so many, like Russ said, seeing so many people here with jobs in the community, seeing all of this work coming to Northeast Ohio is just wonderful, and Senator Brown is so thrilled to have a company like ActionLink coming here. So I just wanted to say first, to Bruce, thank you for putting this together and coming here. You said you're traveling to Uganda, so I mean you're a world traveler. This could have been anywhere, and you chose Akron, Ohio, and that's just wonderful, and we're very excited. And Senator Brown wanted to recognize and let you know how thrilled he is to see this here. So he did write a letter. I won't go through and read all of it to you, but he wanted me to come and present this to you to let him know that he is aware of all the great things that you're doing, and he's looking forward to a wonderful future for ActionLink here in Akron, Ohio. So just thank you for choosing Akron, and we're all thrilled that you made that decision.
I won't say too much except to echo what has already been said. I mean, it's an incredible facility. I'm looking forward to going and checking out the break room. Thanks to Bruce and Dell and everyone that's put so much work into this. It's great to see this project. As it is, it's a wonderful space, and we're just incredibly thrilled to have you here, and look forward to having you here for many years to come. Thank you.
I usually ask for questions, but I think Kevin's indicated he's going to talk to you, if you don't mind, afterwards. Let me thank, and I really don't see him here. I know Bob just got back into town. He was at the White House talking about it. But Bob Bowman, my deputy mayor for economic development, Sam DeSajar is here. I know a number of folks that I forgot to mention because I didn't read my speech and stay on script on my side of this that continue to work together. And of course, I don't know that I want to compliment an attorney. But Kevin Davis continuing to call and lobby on your behalf for us to understand what you were really doing and what the ultimate goal was. And obviously the ultimate goal of this beautiful building, it's paid off. But I want to thank my staff. I just forgot to do that. Unfortunately, they're back working hard at the office on a couple of other deals. But thanks again, Bruce. I appreciate it very much. And I don't know that, I don't recognize some of the folks who have maybe shown up from the media. But any other questions that anyone else has? There's so damn many people here, Bruce, and I don't even know who they are. That's a good thing. Okay, thank you all, I appreciate it. And Bruce, once again, thank you for your commitment and your investment here. Thanks.